Hello web page students, and welcome back to your CSS tutorial number 7. And in this tutorial we're going to talk about CSS. And if you remember from when we first started coding, CSS stands for cascading style sheets. And cascading style sheets, what they do is they format content and position different elements on the page. So the very first thing that I want you to do is to open up Dreamweaver. And what you're going to do is you're going to go, actually you can go over here into files, and hopefully your website will just pop up. And I want you to go and find your index page and double click on that and it'll open. And my index page is in code view. Remember, you can use design view and see what we've designed, or split view. Now I want to draw your attention to this source code, which is where we are right now. This jQuery, Timothy.js, those are JavaScript files, and there are two CSS files that we've saved already in our files folder. And you can see that I have the CSS open. There's the print and the styles. Print happens to deal with if you're going to be printing pages out on this website, versus the styles that set the specific styles for this page. If I open the JavaScript file, you can see that those folders or those two files are in that folder. So I'm going to close that back up, and I'm going to go into this style sheet, and we're going to start styling some of the elements on our page. And you can see I actually have a few things up there. I have the first comment. Comments allow you to structure your files in CSS, and so you're able to group your styles by logical categories. And it's really good to use the same structure for every CSS so that you can find your styles and it makes a lot of sense. What happens to a lot of beginning designers, they just start styling different things in their CSS and they don't really know where they go. So what you need to do first, and it's always a good idea, is to put this reset comment in here. And the reason we put this reset comment is, what this comment does is it tells the browsers that you need to clear all your functions out and follow the CSS style sheet that I'm about to give you for my website, because each browser has their own CSS style sheets already there and already established. Like, they have their own fonts, their own font sizes, their own font families, and all kinds of different colors and styles. So the very first thing you want to do is you want to type in this reset button, or this reset comment, I should say. At this point, we need to go ahead and we need to copy that reset code. And there are several different reset codes that are available that different web designers have done. Mine is coming from this Timothy training where he got it from some other guy. So you can actually go out there and find reset code, and it's all the same. So what I want you to do is minimize Dreamweaver. You're going to go into the computer file, and you're going to go into my passouts where I keep all of the stuff that we need for this class. So you're going to go to high school, find my name, which will scroll down here. Okay. And you'll go into the web page development and design, Jira's design folder, and you're going to open this reset code. And then you're simply going to go through down at the bottom. It actually already opened in Dreamweaver. And you're going to Control C and copy it. Go to your style sheet, click up between this reset and global comment, give yourself a little bit more space, and you're going to paste it in there. And then you can see that that reset code is in there. And then we're going to pick up with the global templates. I'm going to actually pick up back onto the previous tutorial that I recorded. I had to pause and re-record this part of it just because I had forgotten to put in the code. Global comment. What this global comment does is it is going to be for your HTML code, giving some global type of information for that, as well as for the body. And we're going to get to that later, but I'm going to delete actually all this space. I kind of put all of my stuff in the bottom so you can see it. And then we're going to move to our next category in our CSS style sheet, which is our headings. And we're going to establish the font weight, the color, and the font size for our headings as far as a default is concerned. So we want to have all 6 of our headings in there. We want the font weight to be bold. The color here is going to be black. So you would just type in the hashtag and the 3 zeros. Now, these H1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, those are called selectors. And they're different types of CSS. We're going to talk about tags, class, and IDs. As far as the heading number 1, that it refers to is a selector. And selectors are part of tags. And tags have some instructions in it, and they have the curly brackets to open and close, which are different than the other brackets that we use for HTML. And after every command in HTML, or every attribute I should say, you have to use a semicolon so that you tell the computer that it is done. So not only do you need the curly brackets, but you also need the semicolon, like you need the tags in the HTML code. So pause the video here and give your headings the different pixel sizes. And pixels are a little bit different than points. You're like, okay, Mrs. Siller, what's a pixel and what's a point? Points deal primarily with print stuff. So when you're typing a document in Microsoft Word, you might use it in Calibri 12-point fonts. So that would be the size of your font. Pixels are a little bit different. They're the sizes, they don't quite translate equally. And I'm not going to get into the difference between pixels and points, but pixels deal with designing on the screen. So a 14 pixel font size probably looks like a 12-point font in Microsoft Word or another program. The next thing that you're going to do is down here is you're going to type in different text elements. We're going to work on the text elements for this particular style sheet. You're going to talk about the paragraph tag. You're going to style that. You're going to style a paragraph left and a paragraph right. This EM is an attribute which refers to italics. And then the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to go through and you're going to establish the links. And I'm going to show you some things to do with the links. Now in the links you can see that I have typed in all of these different color attributes. Color attributes can be measured with RGB colors or hexadecimal color values. The hexadecimal color value is just a number that is based on a specific chart. Now, if I get rid of this particular color and I go into, I'm going to click back over there and I can click color, and I'm going to double click on the color, and if I want to do for this particular link, I want to make it this nice orange color, I can go ahead and do that and change the actual colors that are on there. So what I want you to do is to make the link that first orange color, that's 0F90, and then you can choose colors for all of this, the different links. We're going to eventually change all of these, but what I want you to do is to pick various colors. Now, the link would be, that's the actual color of the link, which I picked the orange color because I think that that's a common color in our site. Visited is like if after you've clicked on it, it'll be a certain color. Active shows that it's an active link. And then there's the focus and then the hover color. Now the last couple of things that I want you to do is to type in for a block quote that we're going to have on one of our pages, also for strong, and the EM stands for italics. And then we're going to go on next tutorial. So good luck.